Okay, welcome to another Lucha Underground review. As promised last week, I said I'm gonna do another one, so here it is. Show opens up where we see Sexy Star entering Dario his office. Basically, Sexy Star confronts Dario, telling him that she wants her match with Matanza next week. So she's basically gonna cash in the gift of the God style, and of course, Dario Cueto gives her that match, but also reminds her that she has to defend the title tonight against Johnny Mundo. Sexy then says Johnny will be a nice warm up for her to prepare her for her match next week. Dario then tells her that if any one of the three guys, Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar, interfere, they will be banned from the temple forever. Sexy says she doesn't need help tonight, nor will she need it next week. Sexy Star is a tough bitch. I think Sexy Star is one of the best female luchadors in Lucha Libre. I mean, obviously there are gonna be others, but I can't think of any other one. This girl has been on top of her game like ever since she was in the business, ever since she had her feuds with people like Taya and all the other women and even the men, you know. So Sexy Star is tough girl. Then we had our first match, Marty the Moth against Ivelisse. Ivelisse lands kicks and elbows shots to Marty, then did an arm drag. Tried to go for a crossbody, but Marty catches her and then slams her on the mat and goes for the pin, but Ivelisse kicks out. Marty then brings her to the rope and does close and chokes her, then locks her in a full Nelson. Ivelisse managed to escape and deliver a running flying knee strike and goes for the pin, but Marty kicks out. I'm gonna call the matches a little bit. Later then lands a few kicks, runs up to the ropes, rolls onto Marty. She was actually gonna plan attempting to do the sunset flip, but did something else. Instead, she really rolled onto Marty and then does a chokehold. Marty managed to escape. Marty does a full Nelson yet again and slams Ivelisse on the mat. Goes for the 3 count and Marty gets the win. So after the match you have, of course, Mariposa and Marty attacking her, but then Sami Callihan comes running out to help Ivelisse. And that's how the match ended. After that we had another one of those White Rabbit segments. I don't know who this guy is until I see his whole face, but they were showing him, but he had glasses on and a hat, so I couldn't really recognize him. So I'm gonna have to wait and see who this guy is. I don't know when he makes his debut. I'm guessing next week, hopefully, because this whole rabbit thing is really dragging a little bit too long now. After that we had a outdoor segment where Ivelisse was basically leaving, but then Sami Callihan tells Ivelisse that they should team up. Both of them are gonna be strong and do a lot more damage like they used to. And then Ivelisse agrees to it. Also seeing Dario walking into a limousine with one of the underbosses, where the guy gives Dario a case. We don't know what's in this case. He hasn't revealed anything, but he walks out with the case, and that's how that segment ended. So we yet need to see what's in that case. Then we had another match, which is the third match of the best of 5 series, Cage versus Tejano. Tejano had the other hand, first landing kicks, punches, and then doing a spine buster, going for the pin. Cage kicks out. The fight took place outside for a while, with Cage having the upper hand, and then Tejano again throwing Cage onto the chairs. Cage suplexes Tejano, sends him down in the ring. Cage gets kicked in the face while going for a springboard. Tejano then does a sunset flip powerbomb outside of the ring. So basically Cage was like hanging on the second rope and Tejano was running, then flipped outside and did the powerbomb. Um, Tejano climbs the ropes to do a senton, but Cage moves away. Cage then does a superplex to Tejano minutes later. Not too long, Tejano gets the upper hand. Then Cage gets the upper hand, and then Tejano gets the win. So I think it's 2-on-1 now. I hope. Yeah, 2-on-1. After that match, we had a segment in Dario's office with Rey Mysterio, where Rey Mysterio asked Dario to give him a match with Chavo Guerrero, where the stipulation should be that whoever loses should leave the temple. As seen in last week's show, where Rey Mysterio was talking with Chavo, his father, also telling him that it's either Rey or Chavo that leaves. Then after that we had the main event. Hold on, let me see if I didn't miss anything. I feel like I missed something. No, I'm good. Yeah, after that we had the main event. Sexy Star versus Johnny Mundo. Match started with a lot of technical wrestling and grappling, Johnny having the upper hand. Bo find himself on the turnbuckle with Sexy Star attempting to do a sunset flip. Johnny instead drops her on the mat. Johnny then goes for the moonsault, but Sexy lifts her leg up and kicks Johnny in the face. Sexy Star now being very offensive and aggressive, delivering a nice cold breaker, following up with a long blower. So Sexy goes for the crossbody, but Johnny catches her while spinning Sexy. Her leg accidentally hit the referee. Then it takes a while for the ref to kind of get up and start tapping. Johnny now delivers a spear, but hits the ref instead of Sexy Star. Sexy then does a chokehold. But then of course PJ Black and Jack Evans interfere, with both of them giving Sexy Star a super kick. Another referee came in, but Jack and PJ Black super kicked him as well. Johnny places a chair around Sexy Star her neck, but Willie Mack comes out and then delivers a stunner to PJ and Jack Evans, and including Johnny Mundo. Sexy now gets up and gives a chair shot to Johnny, a protected chair shot. With Sexy not paying attention, Mundo then gets a hold of her, goes for the end of the world, but Sexy moves away. Johnny then pulls out a brass knuckle that was hidden in his pants and gives a shot to Sexy, punches Sexy Star with the brass knuckles, goes for the pin and gets the 3 count, with your winner and new Gift of the Gods champion Johnny Mundo, which is fucking ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure next week they're gonna have a rematch with probably Johnny Mundo not winning it because he used the brass knuckle. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go with that angle, but we'll have to see. But the show ended with Prince Puma training and Vampiro once again approaching him, playing the whole mentor guy, giving him advice, this and that, reminding him of what Mil did to Conan. So that's how it ended. Lucha Underground reviews are always going to be short because there isn't a lot of talking and all of that bullshit like you have for the mainstream wrestling, which is why also in my Lucha Underground reviews I actually call the matches. In my TNA reviews you don't see me do that, because if I have to do that then my reviews are like really going to be very long, and I want to keep my reviews as short as possible. I don't want to talk too much because that might bore you as well, especially when I call the matches or when I call the moves. So that was about this review, and we'll see you next week. Speaking of, the first match that Ivelisse and Marty the Moth had were definitely not their best work, because I felt the match was really sloppy, really boring, to be honest. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see till next week. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review next week. Hopefully, I think I will, since they're short anyway. So see you guys next week.